So let's talk about money. Not just having it, but how it's actually calculated. You see, in Jamaica, just like anywhere else, two people can do the same job, same hours, same company, and still walk home with different pay. Now, that doesn't always mean somebody's being unfair. It usually means the system is quietly doing what it's designed to do, rewarding value. You remember the formula from the last video, right? Let's bring it back. Salary equals hours times max of minimum wage or market wage times value multiplier. Don't worry about the math, I'll break it down easy. Think of hours as your time. The market wage is what people in your field usually earn. And the value multiplier? That's what separates Bob from Patrick. It's what makes one person earn $30,000 a week while another earns $20,000, same role, same job title, different worth to the marketplace. Now, in Jamaica, the national minimum wage is about $15,000 a week. That's roughly $3,000 a day. That's the floor. Nobody legally should go below that. But once you step beyond entry level, things start to vary. Let's talk nursing, for instance, one of the country's most in-demand sectors. A licensed practical nurse, or what many of us call an LPN, can make roughly $309 per hour in some facilities. That's about $12,000 a day, or around 1.5 million Jamaican dollars per year. But it doesn't stop there. Some nurses, especially those in private or specialized care, earn closer to $700 per hour, and registered nurses can make nearly $1,300 per hour. So imagine two nurses both working 40 hours a week. One earns $309 an hour, basic value multiplier of 1. The other, she's a specialist. Maybe she trained in geriatric care, has great bedside manner, rarely calls in sick, communicates well with families. Her multiplier is 1.5. Now she's earning roughly $74,000 a week instead of $49,000. That's the formula in motion. Same job, same hours, different market value. Let's look at early childhood education where the difference can be even more dramatic. The average early childhood teacher in Jamaica earns around $1.4 million a year, or roughly $711 per hour. Some make $129,000 a month, others less, depending on where they teach. But here's something most people don't know. The Early Childhood Commission, the ECC, actually provides a salary subsidy to registered early childhood institutions. If the school is registered and has more than 40 students, the government helps to pay a portion of teachers' salaries. So if you qualify, that subsidy can be the difference between scraping by and living comfortably. Still, many teachers, especially those unregistered or without higher qualifications, earn around $33,000 a month. That's barely above minimum wage. But once they upgrade to level 3 or 4 NCT vet certification or complete an ECC-recognized diploma, their value multiplier rises and so does their paycheck. Now let's switch gears. Not everybody works behind a desk or in a classroom. Let's talk mechanics. Welders, electricians, carpenters, the tradespeople who keep Jamaica literally running. A base-level mechanic might charge around $1,000 per hour for standard work. That's your 1 times multiplier. But the seasoned mechanic, the one who diagnoses problems fast, guarantees his work, maybe even specializes in hybrid vehicles. He can charge $1,800 or $2,000 an hour. Same number of hours, twice the income because his value is increased. Welders, too. A basic welder might make about $1,200 an hour, while someone skilled in industrial or precision welding can double that easily. You see the pattern? The hours don't change. The worth does. And that's the beauty of understanding this formula. It reveals your potential. If your salary feels stuck, it's not just your employer's fault. It's feedback from the marketplace saying, here's what your current skill set, reliability, and results are worth right now. But that's not a ceiling. It's a starting point. Every course, every new skill, every bit of consistency adds to your multiplier. For example, an early childhood practitioner who moves from level 2 to level 3 certification might increase her value by 30%. A nurse who adds IV therapy or geriatric specialization might push her multiplier from 1.2 to 1.5. A welder who learns MIG and TIG welding might double his rate overnight. So when you hear somebody say, Jamaica doesn't have opportunities. Remember, this opportunity hides in value. The data proves it. Unemployment is at 3.5%, one of the lowest in our history. But nearly 30% of working-age Jamaicans are still outside the labor force. Not because there are no jobs, but because their skills don't match what employers need. That's a skills value gap, and it's yours to close. Now, here's where it gets powerful. Once you raise your value multiplier, that's not just about earning more locally. Your value travels. Whether it's caregiving abroad, early childhood teaching overseas, or skilled trades in construction, value is a passport, and it's not limited by geography. You could be in St. Thomas or St. James. If you're certified, reliable, and consistent, you are marketable anywhere. So let's summarize the game. If you want to raise your salary, focus less on chasing new jobs and more on raising your value multiplier. How? Get certified. Master your craft. Solve problems, not just tasks. Build relationships. Your network builds your net worth. And most of all, track your growth. Every certificate, every skill, every reputation point adds another layer to your market value. Because in the end, your salary isn't just about the hours you work. It's about how much those hours are worth. So when you walk into your next interview, or even when you start your own business, don't sell your time. Sell your value. This is Edunomics, skilling the world one learner, one community, one nation at a time. Skill up today, secure tomorrow.